I'm going to start the live stream now. The webinar has officially started, so you might see participants come in.
The future of work and entertainment. And make communications more accessible with new tech. We built a community around big hearts and big ideas. In 2021, you supported inventors, creators, and entrepreneurs from every walk of life to make the world a better place for all of us. Explore Indiegogo in 2021 by the numbers. For a deeper look back, go to our Indiegogo blog. The world's most groundbreaking, innovative, and creative ideas have been given a chance to thrive in 2022 and for many years to come. All thanks to our Indiegogo community of backers and campaigners. What do you hope to see in 2022?
Hey guys, my name is Sham and I'm from the Indiegogo team.
Everyone, Enzo here from Indiegogo.
Everyone, I'm Stephanie from Indiegogo.
Hi, I'm Stacy from Indiegogo. This is Yvonne from Indiegogo.
Payroll band Pocket Drum 2.
The next generation of Pommel earbuds E23 cordless wireless vacuum. Look at the
Okay, guys, we're preparing to live stream the webinar.
Media Cube, the world's first extended dehumidifier.
The 7 of me. And this isn't the 5 of me. This isn't the 6 of me. This is the 7 of me, the one that they watched on Indiegogo.
Hey everyone, welcome to our webinar. Hope everyone's having a good day.
That's it for this edition of Indiegogo Unboxing.
Okay, I think let me try to get us to go live. Everyone, thanks for attending. Thanks for your time. This may take a few seconds. We're also live streaming on LinkedIn at the moment. Okay, we are live.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining. We're gonna be getting started pretty soon. Perfect. Hi everyone, greetings. Welcome to our entrepreneur educational webinar. Today we'll be discussing how to champion backer engagement series. Next slide, please. So my name is Sham and I am the hardware outreach manager here at Indiegogo. Today we have Amy Chu and Sean Dickey from our campaign strategy team, who are experts of optimizing backer engagement and community management. Amy has actually advised many of our top campaigns, from startups to actually enterprise, and the total funds under her management is over $50 million and counting, which is insane. She's excited to share her insider knowledge with you all today. And over here, we have Sean. He himself is an entrepreneur and has founded an outdoor brand prior to joining Indiegogo. He has hands-on experience in creating a business and managing the product production so that he can relate to your challenges to provide you with actionable recommendations. So this is our first session of 2022, and our topic is, again, engage your community through stellar backer communications. We are so happy to have everyone here joining us today. So during this session, you're welcome to leave a comment using Zoom's Q&A feature, Or if you're watching the webinar on LinkedIn, you can leave a comment directly in the comment section. Our marketing team will be going through all the comments throughout the entire session, and we'll try to find the best answers for all of them at the end of the session if time allows. You are also welcome to drop a comment in our LinkedIn post or share your feedback in the chat for us to improve our future sessions. So today in our webinar, you'll expect to hear about the following topics: why you should create campaign momentums through community engagement campaigns, framework to develop your own community engagement campaigns, toolkit to run community engagement campaigns successfully, and lastly, case studies of community engagement campaigns to boost growth. Yeah, so to get things kicked off, why choose Indiegogo, or why Indiegogo in general? Indiegogo is where groundbreaking technology is launched and discovered. We now have over 20 million unique monthly visitors and backers from over 237 regions. We're the platform where innovation and new products take flight before they hit the mainstream market. But the technology on the platform is just as exciting as the tech that keeps the Indiegogo platform running. Our proprietary tools like our open comments, Facebook Pixel, and secret perks make running a successful campaign less dictated by luck, but rather a process that anyone can drive. Yeah, so to quickly discuss our new pre-launch discussions, this is actually rolled out 100% to throughout Indiegogo on Thursday, February 17th. So pre-launch discussions allows you to communicate with potential backers and build a following before you even launch your campaign. You'll be able to enable pre-launch discussions as soon as you create a campaign draft on Indiegogo. And once you enable the pre-launch discussions in the campaign dashboard, a dedicated URL will be available for you to share the pre-launch discussions page with potential backers. A pre-launch page is required to enable pre-launch discussions, so keep that in mind. Cool. Awesome. So now, without further ado, I would like to introduce Amy, our campaign strategist. Take the floor.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Sean, for the warm intro. I am Amy from the Indiegogo campaign strategy team. Exciting that we are rolling out the pre-launch discussions to all entrepreneur users that Sean just introduced to you. This will be a really handy tool to help you build your community for the product launch early on, and having a vibrant community will be fundamental to your campaign success. It's really my pleasure today to share some of these validated community management strategy with you all. And I hope after today's session, you could walk away with actionable ideas and to begin with your own community management. Ultimately, I would like to help you understand the value of running a successful community. And it all starts when you are able to turn your backers into evangelists. So let's get started. I want to use this digital marketing funnel to quickly walk you through a customer's journey with the brand and how it applies to launching your product or service through crowdfunding on Indiegogo. At the top of the funnel, you are increasing your product's awareness through surfacing relevant content to your target audience. In the middle of the funnel, you would hope that you are able to find your content resonating with your target audience, and your target audience is willing to leave their contact information by signing up your marketing communications. So this is the phase one that we call pre-launch user acquisition. As you nurture your leads, you will want them to contribute to your campaign when they launch the campaign, when you launch the campaign on Indiegogo. But there's more beyond that contribution behavior. Once the campaign is launched, you want to retain the backers as repeat customers or even turn them into a brand advocate that will help you reach more qualified audiences. So don't forget that the bottom of the funnel is also important, and keeping your backers in the loop, you will have that healthy cycle and then always engage with your customers at the key touch point. This is a quick snapshot of a standard campaign funding progress. As you can see here, the first few days and the last few days have the spikes for the time urgency reasons. And these are when the high quality traffic hitting the page and driving conversions for your campaign. Keep in mind that a standard campaign typically lasts for 30 days. And in between, it really requires your community and marketing efforts to keep backers in the loop, bring in high quality traffic to your campaign page, and encourage your backers and affiliates to spread the word for you so that your campaign is reaching more audiences. And so now we will be talking about all these different momentums that you will be able to create in between the first few days and the last few days of the campaign. So in order to create new momentums for consistent growth throughout the campaign duration, these are some of the ways that you could consider. Advertising to different audience, email marketing to continuously engage with your existing email subscribers, or being featured in Indiegogo marketing channels to reach Indiegogo users. And last but not least, referral or affiliate marketing to incentivize and reward your community members to convince them network to support your campaign. So this will be the focus for today's session to help you accelerate your growth through your own community. Before I get into all the nitty-gritty, I would like to emphasize why referral marketing should really be part of your community strategy. So as we tracked by our Indiegogo share tools on the campaign page, on average, from the last 2 years, we are seeing a campaign can raise additional 10K, 66 more contributions, and 43 more backers through backer referrals only. So these are really the solid results to prove that referral campaigns is effective. As a creator, you can spend hundreds or even thousands on things like acquiring, email subscribers or paid website ads or sponsored emails, but there is really no guarantee that these marketing budget would be paid off and you will be reaching through the audience that would be the right fit and would eventually become a backer. So you are still paying for the cost regardless of whether or not they will be converting. And many creators are individuals or small teams that simply just don't have that huge budget for marketing. This is when you really need to save your budget for where it counts so that the funds raised can really go towards the actual product development. And so this is why referral marketing can be such an excellent choice for creators like you to run your community. First of all, as I said, referral marketing, it allows you to be really frugal with your budget. You don't really need to have spend that upfront cost and pay for the results when the pledges are actually placed. So it's really risk-free or potentially no upfront cost for you. Next, you pay for the results. As I said, this is different from advertising or other type of partnerships that you work with online influencers or media outlets. You can also determine the rewards or commission rate based on what you actually can do in the reality. We are also seeing the traffic conversion rate from referral campaigns being higher than other forms of paid advertising. According to Axo.com's article, people are 4 times more likely to place a contribution when they are referred by someone they know or trust. So this is why the conversion rate is much more higher than the other type of paid advertising. And what's more, by using referral campaigns, You would also get free and quality content created for you. These could be from your backers, the influencers or media that you partner with, and these content creators from your community members. They would always be looking for ways to monetize their content. Your backers would also be more likely to spread the words about your product or service when you reward them with something that they want. Now, let's talk about how to develop your referral campaigns. First of all, find your affiliates and partners. As I said, these are your backers. It could also be online influencers or even media outlets. So keep in mind that running a successful community means that you will need to retain your backers and bring in prospective backers. So online influencer and media outlets would be additional ways to generate high quality content and bring in qualified audience through their network. So start building up your plan and outreach prior to the campaign launch would be very beneficial to ensure that you have your referral marketing campaigns in place. Next, step 2, determine your incentives. You can be very creative about the rewards that you want to provide. Ultimately, it's important to give your community what they want to feel like appreciated and motivated. Tangible rewards such as accessories or feature upgrades could add more value to your community as they might find the additional gifts help them achieve what they want to use your product or service. For example, if you are running an e-bike campaign, a helmet could be something backers want and could improve their overall safety experience with your brand. Commission is the easier way to go, in my opinion. After all, who does not like money? You could provide a certain amount of cashback or commission rate from 5% to 15%, depending on your product price. For example, if your price is really high, such as a robot vacuum machine, you could go for a lower take rate, 5%. Higher commission rate can also be exclusive to certain customer segment only. So you don't have to provide everyone the same commission rate in public. And then lastly, public recognition is another way to go. You could express your gratitude to your community members by thanking them in public or giving them the special VIP treatment if they are dedicated to helping you succeed. So for example, including them in an announcement or giving them different badges would all be ways that you could express that public recognition. And step 3, run your campaign. You could design various tiers of rewards to incentivize your community. This encourages your community to go above and beyond when they see there are other rewards waiting for them. You could also make certain referral campaigns exclusive. For example, if you're partnering with media outlets or influencer, you're more likely to stand out to be covered in a story when you offer commissions to capture their attention. Finally, to manage the campaign successfully, sometimes it is necessary to adopt technology. For example, a referral ad could help you manage the referral campaign at scales so that you are being freed up for the core business, which is producing your product and improving the product experience. Now let's talk about at the tactical level, how can you run your referral campaigns in your community? Here at Indiegogo, we offer a set of features designed to be used for your community engagement. First of all, share your contest via updates. Updates essentially will trigger an Indiegogo system generated email to all your followers on Indiegogo. And it is also visible to the Indiegogo campaign page visitors. So don't keep your referral campaigns in secret. On the right, you will see the example of an eBuy campaigner running their referral program and how they outline their instructions in an update. So with different tiers of rewards and also clear call to action to invite people to join the contest. Second, referral than monetary contribution. Social share commenting could also be part of your contest rule tool. And this will help drive up engagement rate of your campaign page and increase your overall visibility on the platform. As mentioned previously, media and influencer partnership are also effective way to spread the words for your product. Your referral campaign should also consider these partners, audiences, and then offer them in return of your content production and features. After all, these creators are also looking for ways to nurture their own followers and providing something that their followers are interested in getting. Fourth, consider putting yourself out there through live chats to help you reach more audiences. You could host your own live sessions on your own channels. For example, like this is a campaigner who hosts a town hall through their own channel. You could also consider partnering with Indiegogo live interviews to demo your product, like the example down below. This is when you could offer the rewards to specific audience group and motivate them to participate in your referral contest. Next, if your product is already ready for shipment and you are planning to extend the campaign deadline, your backers are likely to have products in hand already. So it would be very beneficial to have them showcase your product on social media and offer the incentives for them to do so. This is going to increase the quality content produced for you, as well as the overall trust to prospective backers who are still just looking the campaign and uncertain about backing your product. So on the right, here's an example of a campaigner who hosts this social sharing through their unboxing program to incentivize their backers to share more content online. Lastly, I also want to mention additional strategy for you to incorporate into your referral campaigns, which is stretch goal. Stretch goals are a great way to keep your backers investing in seeing your campaign reach new heights. This is also great opportunities to test out potential new offerings before going into production, especially new color options, bundles, or accessory products that would be compatible with the main product. So consider combining a stretch goal with your referral campaign, which would be more motivating for your backer community to achieve them as a whole. But also keep in mind that it's very tempting to offer something super exciting and motivating to your audience, but be sure that you are being realistic. The last thing that you want to do is to offer a feature that will impact your production. So remember, you've already promised a delivery date for your perks. So don't create something that would delay the overall timeline, delivery, and production, and that will cause problems with your backers. When it comes to managing the campaign at scale, I would also like to introduce a third-party referral marketing app that you could consider using. For example, Kickbooster, they offer referral campaign setup and monitoring. They are also an official partner of Indiegogo. So this is when you can utilize their dashboards to help you set up the whole referral campaign and then monitor the progress through their dashboard so that you can manage everything in one central place. Based on the information that we receive, average boosted Indiegogo campaigns, they receive 4,100 more pledges from these referral campaigns launched on Kickbooster. These are additional promotions that you could potentially be having by using a referral app. So you could be listed on their marketplace. You will have that landing page that you could share with all the different channels. Lastly, let's talk about the measurements of a referral campaign. So on the technical side, make sure that you are set up the tracking URLs correctly. For example, if you're consider using Indiegogo's referral tool on the campaign page and the referral dashboard, you would need to follow the structure here to set up the URL with the referral ID and then the right attribution. This would allow you to track the contribution and pledges that's associated with that unique URL. So more instructions will be followed in our webinar. So feel free to check out some of these Help Center articles to help you set up the logistics. Also, I want to remind you that backer affiliates, they must be logged in into their Indiegogo account and use Indiegogo's share tools for our referral and analytics to track their referral contributions. So this is going to help you being able to measure the effect. If they are not logged in, it's less likely that their contributions will be tracked by the dashboard. And who will be counted as a referral? Our platform use last touch attribution to measure the referral campaign's results. So these are things to keep in mind when you are running your referral campaign. So that is my presentation about the framework and the toolkit that you could use to develop your own community referral campaigns. And now Sean will be diving into the actual campaigns to help you see how these strategies are actually being applied.
Thank you, Amy. And hi, everyone. I'm Sean Dickey. I'm also a campaign strategist here at Indiegogo with a background in entrepreneurship and product development. Thank you for covering all those super effective strategies, Amy. Now we're going to dive in to some of the strategies that actually our campaigns have been using. This first one is Flynova. Flynova is a light up boomerang spinner. You might have seen a few of their ads higher up in the presentation, but one of the strategies that they used for their campaign or for their referral campaign specifically is they released two campaigns while extending their campaign for another day. So what this looks like is they were running their campaign for 30 days. And then upon extending another 30 days, they introduced two, not one, but two referral campaigns. One of them was to share a referral, an Indiegogo referral link to get free prizes. And another one was to share a Kick Booster referral link to get cash back. And how did this impact the campaign? Well, the campaign raised over $1 million. But what we really care about is what about the tracked referrals? They added an additional 300, almost 350 referrals to the campaign itself. And we actually tracked over $30,000 in addition to the previous funds they raised. And this is all because of these campaigns. Another one we have here, and my apologies, it looks like we're missing some text on this slide. Oh, there it comes, a little bit delayed, is Time Kettle. And they are an AI translation earbud, so very high tech here. But what they did as well in terms of a strategy is they also used timing here. And they use time as an urgency tactic. So as you can see in this promotional ad that they had in an email, they were claiming that there was only 3 days left. So there was scarcity at play. The second strategy they did is they combined their referral contest with a stretch goal like Amy was talking about earlier. So if this campaign reached that 900,000 mark, there would be an additional upgrade to the product. And then even more, if that campaign could go even further, it would unlock additional languages. And how did this referral program work? So the campaign they ran is through social media, and they wanted to comment and share and in doing so, you could have the opportunity to win this leather case for the earbuds itself. So not only could backers have a chance to win a prize, but they could get more out of their perk. So they could refer to win as well, like I mentioned, and ultimately the results of this campaign. So this campaign also did over $1 million, but what we really care about here is they successfully added on another over 200 backers through this referral contest. And that tracked an additional $30,000 in revenue for this specific campaign. Another one is Utopia. And what they were offering is a carbon fiber electric bike. And what they did here is they did referral prizes. But if you can see, they did 2 referral prizes. So they ran 2 referral campaigns. The first one, as we can see, they offered gift cards, so a form of cash. But they later learned what their backers were really wanting through additional conversations with their community, and they actually upgraded their campaign later on. So they actually ran 2 referral campaigns during the life of the campaign itself. And as you can see with these referral campaigns, there's a tiered approach too. So it offers the opportunity for an individual not only to incentivize another individual to back, but if we have a super backer, they could refer up to, let's say, even 20 backers, which would unlock these exclusive prizes, essentially. And with this campaign as well, they did almost $3 million in total FR, that's funds raised. And ultimately what we care about here is they added an additional 200 referrals, and that tracked just over $500,000 in additional revenue to this campaign. And here's another one, Removu, and they were offering a self-stabilizing 4K camera. And this was an actual referral email campaign that they sent out to their backers of the campaign. So this would be something that you would run not very early on in the campaign, but you want to build up enough backers so you can reach a larger community and leverage that larger community to expand efforts. And what they did here is you could refer backers, and also we're seeing that tiered approach too. It was incentivizing people not to just refer 1, but to refer 5, 10 backers. And obviously in doing so, if they achieve that, they would definitely get their money's worth. They could potentially get the perk offered. They could win they could essentially get another perk. And this is high-end tech, something that is expensive. And the results from this campaign, they did over $300,000. But look at the referral backer count. They had 283 individual referrals, and that almost increased their total FR, their funds raised, by $90,000. All right, so some key takeaways from this. With referrals, it's one of the best, and it's also one of the most affordable advertising methods that you can leverage for your current backer community. Like Amy mentioned before, you actually have a lot more control with this method because you're not paying upfront, you're paying afterwards. You have more control with these referral contests. It's also great to turn your backers into product enthusiasts as well. Another one is it's great to mix stretch goals with referral campaigns. So it unites the backers into achieving something more. It's a win-win for everyone. The backers can refer and win prizes, but then ultimately the backers can also unlock different features of the perks. And it's also important to incentivize backer referrals with prizes. And when I say limited availability, there's different ways that you can do this. One of the most obvious ones is time-bound availability. So as we all know, campaigns run a set amount of time, and you can set these referral campaigns to end in days, in a few weeks. It could even be hours. So in just increasing that scarcity and that urgency to get people to act quickly and not delay and think, I'll go back to it later on. We also saw this tiered approach as well. So not offering refer 1 individual and get a prize, but you could refer up to 10 individuals and unlock an exclusive prize, something that takes a lot more effort to unlock, but obviously the value is there. And it's important to communicate referrals and stretch goals to the community in visual ways. So some of these campaigns are visually represented on the actual campaign itself. You can also, like we saw as well, send out emails. These are both very effective strategies when done together, but you also want these to be popping just visually. As you saw, there's a lot of color, there's a lot of excitement in the actual visuals itself in promoting this. We are on a digital platform, so your sales pitch essentially is going to be in this virtual way. And referral contests and stretch goals, as we saw, work for all types of campaigns. I covered a toy campaign, I covered an AI earbud campaign, and even an electric bike campaign. These can work for all different campaigns, so don't feel like you're limited based on what type of offering you have. We encourage it to be done with all types of campaigns. And with that said, if you guys have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer in the Q&A, but I'm going to hand this over to Sean.
Thanks, Sean. That was fantastic. And also, Amy, great job. I feel like I really learned a lot there. Yeah, so Indiegogo's Education Center is a robust resource for entrepreneurs that contains articles and insider tips for Indiegogo professionals and insiders with the intention to really help you learn everything you need to know about running a successful campaign. The articles mentioned here are just the tip of the iceberg in terms of knowledge, right? You can find the Education Center by visiting Indiegogo's website and then just look for the Education Center link in the footer. Or, feel free to search Indiegogo Education Center on Google and you'll be able to find it there as well. Perfect. Yeah, so perfect. Yeah, and then over here we have our Indiegogo expert directory. And one of our experts that we'd like to highlight is Kickbooster. So we did mention this during the webinar, but one thing we'd like to really make note of is that it costs $29 per month for its referral marketing tool subscription, which also includes commission affiliates, which is 3% to Kickbooster. So feel free to take a look at them. And I think we should also have a link available for you all to access. And now for Q&A. During this portion, both myself, Amy, and Sean will all be here to kind of jump through a few different questions that we, that we kind of believe that you all might need answered. Cool. Next slide here. So the first question that we have: can I run multiple referral campaigns at the same time? Amy, did you want to grab this one?
Yeah, of course. So yeah, definitely you are welcome to run multiple referral campaigns at the same time, especially that the goal of referral campaign is to help you tap into new audiences. So by having multiple referral campaigns up and running, these would potentially help you reach mediums and audiences that simply would not have otherwise you have access to. So having multiple referral campaigns in place will allow you to bring in high quality traffic through various sources. So this is definitely recommended.
Awesome, cool. Do the next question over here. All right, let's see this one. What can I offer as an incentive? So in terms of incentives, tangible gifts, cashbacks, or even public recognition could all be potential options. I'd even think that you could think from a backer's perspective. What would they want from your campaign, and how would you manage that campaign? Right. So if you're partnering with various influencers that could have thousands of followers individually, managing the commission yourself could be pretty tough. Similarly, for tangible gifts, making sure that you're able to deliver it rather than creating something new that you aren't certain if you could complete the production for is also something you want to take into consideration. I'd also add up the production timeline if you do plan on creating some new features or upgrades, if in addition to your original offering. So just keep those things in mind.
that's well said.
Next question over here. So what kinds of results can I expect for running a referral marketing campaign?
I am happy to talk about this one. So as a general rule, you can expect referral campaigns to bring in higher quality traffic and conversions for you. So for your benchmarking purposes, you could expect the referral campaigns by having around like a 1% page conversion rate. So keep in mind that these are potentially traffic coming from the trustworthy sources like friends and family. So it is reasonable that you will see a higher conversion rate from these traffic sources.
Awesome, perfect. So it looks like we got one question over here in the chat box. So one of the visitors to this webinar asked, does Indiegogo manage the campaign for us? So Indiegogo does not manage the campaign for you, but what we are able to do is help advise and provide suggestions on what best practices are for running your campaign. And what I'm happy to do is go ahead and shoot over my email address at the end of this webinar, so that you all have access to asking me any questions that or any questions that you have that are bubbling up, or just any comments that you'd like to provide to us. We're more than happy to shed some light there. But if anybody has any questions, now is the time. Feel free to shoot over any emails in the chat box or any emails in the Q&A section, and we're more than happy to answer those. But if we don't get any, okay, let's see over here. Okay, got one question over here. And this question comes in from LinkedIn. This individual wants to know, which marketing agency would you recommend for a hardware campaign? So that's a fantastic question. And this, I'd really recommend you direct yourself towards our expert directory. Over there, we have a list of fantastic agencies that we've seen do good work in the past. If you'd like to take a deeper dive, again, feel free to again shoot me over an email, and we're happy to kind of discuss and dissect the differences between each of those agencies.
And don't forget that we also have a campaign strategy team here at Indiegogo. So we will also potentially be your advisors throughout a campaign's duration. So if you want to launch the campaign and manage the campaign yourself by working with Indiegogo, you would always have a trustworthy campaign strategy team working with you.
Yeah, thanks for adding that, Amy. Cool. Looks like we got another question over here in the chat box. This individual said, I wish to run a campaign to raise funds to test an anti-coronavirus drug. How do I do that? So, disclaimer when it comes to, these types of campaigns, obviously there does need to be a vetting process. So feel free to, again, shoot me over email, and we're happy to discuss what that campaign would look like. And the guidelines that may restrict it or may not. But of course, we always want to take a relatively conservative approach to these types of campaigns. So again, our trust and safety team does need to review these campaigns. So shoot me over an email. I'm happy to dive into that a little further. Perfect. Don't see any more questions in the chat box. Let's see if I missed any of these questions down here. Okay, looks like one other question came in. Oh, just thanks. Yeah, no problem. Let's see in the Q&A section. Okay, here we go. Any recommendation for a Latin American indie film? Yeah, we definitely have recommendations to run a film campaign. We did have last year the Star Trek campaign that did fantastic. So there's definitely some information that we could glean over to help just build that strategy for what needs to be done in order to be successful. So yeah, again, I'll send over my email in a moment. And again, everyone that has a question, don't hesitate to just shoot over a question. Myself and the campaign strategy team will be more than happy to answer those. Let me actually just add my email address in the chat box right now.
And also keep in mind that some of these information that we shared earlier during the presentation is also applicable to different types of campaign. You just need to adapt some of these tactics based on the type of products that you would actually be launching. If it's a film project, some of these rewards or incentives would most likely be something related to, the film production, whether that's souvenirs or premiere tickets, etc. So the rules are applicable and it's not limited to a certain type of campaigns.
Thanks, Amy. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I believe all these questions have been answered. Perfect. Moving on here. So upcoming in March, next month, which is coming up pretty soon, feel free to submit your campaign drafts for our campaign strategy team to review. And again, keep in mind, you want to keep on following us on LinkedIn and our social pages for any updates that we have regarding future webinars or any of the inside happenings of Indiegogo. And again, we will be sharing the contact form with the landing page, for all of you individuals to reach out to us. We will be sharing a link pretty soon. And also, feel free to share any feedback that you have with us via social media, and we'll be taking a look at those social channels as well. Perfect. All right, thanks everyone.
Thanks for joining.